Hello, good morning. Good morning, one and all.
Good morning, sir.
Actually, I had logged in with some another ID, so that's why I'm late actually, but still not that late. 2 minutes to go. A number of things are going in parallel, so by mistake had logged in with another ID on Zoom platform. So let's do it. Good morning. Good morning, one and all.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, who's there? Yadav?
Keshav, sir.
यादव और केशव केशव यादव
Keshav, sir. Keshav Singla.
केशव सिंगला कहाँ से?
Sir, Punjab campus.
अभी कहाँ पे हैं?
Sir, Bathinda.
बठिंडा. ओके, गुड.
Yes, sir.
बुंगे खाते हैं? बुंगे
क्या सर?
बठिंडा में बुंगे मिलते हैं. बुंगे सुना है कभी?
पता नहीं सर. नो सर. नो सर.
सब्जी वाले से पूछना.
ठीक है सर.
बंगे बंगे बोलते हैं या बुंगे बोलते हैं?
बंगी होगा सर.
बंगे बंगे. इट टेस्ट लाइक खीरा.
हाँ जी सर, बंगे होता हो.
बंगे. ओके ओके.
हाँ जी सर.
कौड़ तुम्बे सुने? कौड़ तुम्बे
सुना तो हुआ सर, पता नहीं क्या होता है. नाम तो सुना है.
वो बठिंडा में मिलते हैं, इसलिए आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ.
अच्छा सर.
अचार डालते हैं लोग उसका. पूछना
पता नहीं
अपने
सर.
पेरेंट्स से पूछना. क्या करते हैं फादर पेरेंट्स?
सर बिजनेसमैन.
बठिंडा में ही.
नहीं सर, मैं प्रॉपर बठिंडा से नहीं हूँ, डिस्ट्रिक्ट बठिंडा से हूँ.
ओके. कौन से शहर से?
सर बुच्चो से सर.
पुच्चो मंडी.
हाँ जी सर.
ओके, गुड. तपा ना, रामपुरा फूल.
हाँ जी सर, रामपुरा नजदीक ही है.
राइट राइट. बस अभी 2-3 मिनट में शुरू करते हैं. लेट अदर्स ज्वाइन. सो नाउ वी आर हैविंग अराउंड 55 स्टूडेंट्स. हेलो. मॉर्निंग सर. मॉर्निंग. किसका? वो अंकिता का कल मुझे फोन आया था शाम को, तो सर ने अंकिता से बात की होगी. अंकिता वहाँ पे हेड ऑफिस में करवा रही है उसका. वो उसकी कुछ, हाँ, डेट भी चेंज होगी. एक बार अंकिता से बात करो. मेरी अभी क्लास चल रही है. मैं अभी 12 बजे आपसे दोबारा. हाँ हाँ, मेरी अभी अंकिता से बात हो रही थी सुबह भी, कल शाम को भी हुई है. तो वो अंकिता कर रही है वो पोस्टर और सारा कंटेनिंग वगैरह कैसे करना है. हाँ वो भी अंकिता ही करेगी। एक बार कर लो कंफर्म, मैं 12 सवा 12 उधर आ रहा हूँ। Okay, we are starting right now. Another 30 seconds or so. Today we shall be discussing steel connections, right? So this is just the beginning of the subject, and also I'm waiting for the Swayam portal to start on 20th of July. So we shall be repeating all those things that we are covering right now during that lecture as well. So just be sure and don't worry about anything. Some of the students might be like getting little anxious as far as the strength and the difficulty level of the subject is concerned. So let me assure all of you that this is some subject which is as easy or as difficult as any other subject, and but it is very easy as far as the examination clearance examination is concerned, right? So within like last 5 or 6 lectures that we had, 5 days we had in last week, and one lecture we had yesterday, right? So all those 6 lectures. Who is this? Carrie Minati. Carrie Minati. Who is this Carrie Minati? I request all of you to log in with your original ID, right? Name and ID. Who is Carrie? So anyhow, do not post any message which is not related to subject in this chat box. So there are another number of other things that we can do, WhatsApp or chat or like WeChat or something, but do not post anything which is not related to subject in this chat box. So I would confirm, reconfirm again after somebody has entered as Carrie, Cary Minati. So I'll confirm at the end of the lecture. Anyhow, so today we are going to discuss the connections. In last few lectures, we have touched this topic in somewhere, like whenever we talk about the design of steel structures, design of steel structural members, because structure of made with the help of steel is something which has to be uh, combined by joining different members of the structure, right? Uh, if we talk about in comparison with the RCC or the concrete structure, concrete, as you know, that concrete is something which is like in semi-liquid or gel kind of formation when it is fresh. So we prepare the formwork, and into that formwork we uh, put up the concrete in semi-solid or liquid state, right? So the concrete after certain time is gone, it takes the shape which we have designed it to be. So in that case, but this is not the case in case of steel structure. We have to adopt the standard steel sections that we had discussed last week, and all those steel sections have to be joined together, right? Unless until we do not join these members, we are not going to get any structure which is supposed to be there, as we call it as steel structures, right? So, so this is important, that what kind of steel sections and steel connections are there. So primarily, this is the topic that we are going to discuss. If you see any आवाज नहीं बेटा, किसकी आवाज आ रही है? 1809 2264 992264. Okay. Anyhow, so in this lecture, today's lecture, we are going to talk about the steel connections, right? As I said that if we compare it with the concrete we can prepare of any shape. That is the flexibility that we have with this concrete, and this is not there as far as steel structure is concerned. We do not have the flexibility as if we talk about the shapes or some designer shape is concerned, but we can have some designer shape within the limitation of the steel structure members that we are uh, able to get from the market or the local market or the industry, right? So by getting different sections, we have to join them. So primarily, there are two types of like classification as far as steel connection is concerned. We classify into categories. One is according to the members to be joined. Like if we see the steel structure connections, first category is based upon the function. If you see in one of the slides, last slide, we have seen that steel structure starts from the foundation, then we raise the column, then we have beams, and then over that beams we have the truss, right? Truss, over the truss we have sheets. If you can foresee any industrial shed or any industrial, okay. Uh, I'll be talking to Mr. Jethalal at the end as well, and also the Kerry Minati. So we are talking about the connections. Two types of connections or classification as far as connection is concerned. I have told you. The one is according to the type of function. If you see any industrial shed, let me draw. Industrial shed. If you see the line diagram is like this, right? So this is the foundation. This is the foundation, and the truss looks like this, right? This is the column. This is column, and if you see the sides, and if the structure goes like this, these are the columns, and some in between. These are the beams. These are the columns, and we keep on drawing like this, right? So whenever two members are there, they have to be joined by certain connection. So that is what we mean. The connection is here, connection is here, connection has to be 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 here. So whenever two members are meeting at one point, some connection has to be there, right? So that depends on the type of function. That is beam to beam connection. So we'll discuss one to one. Himanshu Diman and Imod Pandit, you are late. So beam to beam connection. You can see this diagram. So this beam, there is one beam over here, another beam is here, and this beam is being joined by some of this. This is the column here, and this is the connection, right? So we'll be talking about this connection. So as of now, we just have to see that how this is being done, right? So beam to beam connection, beam to column connection. If I erase this one, right? There are different types of like designing from design point of view, from another strength point of view. So this is column to beam connection, then column to column connection, because if the height of the shed is too much, then this is one column. Just see the left hand side of your screen. The column one finishes here. Then we have to erect the another column over it, right? So and this column has to be joined, right? So this is column to column connection, the column to base plate connection. So this is a column. Let me draw it again. Okay, this is column here. Just see the top of your screen. This is the base of base. We call it as the foundation. In steel design, we the foundation is nomenclatured as the base, column base, right? So when the column is joined with the base, then we have column base plates. Pocket beam. Pocket beam is some specialized beam which is designed. Gusset plate connections. Gusset plate connection, if you see the next figure, each and every member has to be truss type, frame type, bracing. The gusset plate is also another type of column. This is the column, right? Sometimes if the load is more, then the column is broadened in this phase. It's in the form of a trapezoid, right? Then there is steel plate. So this one is the gusset plate, right? The column is resting here, and this one is the gusset plate. So we will be talking about each and every connection in detail in one by one chapters, right? We have separate chapter for beam to beam connection. We have another chapter for beam to column connection. We have separate chapter for column to base, column base connection, and we have separate chapter for gusset plate connection. If you see the syllabus, if you see your syllabus, you can see that all these connections are to be dealt separately, one by one, as we proceed with the process of this subject, right? Splices, splices is, I'll show you the next diagram. It will show you, right? So if you see this plate, right? This is what we call it as splice. When one member is there, this is one member, it finishes here. Then there another member has to be joined. It starts from here. Then these two members are joined by this common member, and this is what we call it as splice, right? So these are splice. This is beam to beam connection. This one is column. This is beam. This is column to beam connection, and this one will this connections and how do we do it. This portion we shall be covering next. Sometimes we use board, sometimes we use welding, and sometimes we use riveting. So we'll be coming to this later. But as of now, you should just watch this. This is beam to beam. This is column to beam. This is beam. This one is column. This is beam. This is also beam. So when we design a frame like this, so when we design a frame like this, we start from the bottom. This is base. This is truss, right? This is joined by beam. If you see the cross, this is another truss here. Right. So this beams are joined. These are beams. These are beams. Sometimes beam is joined with the beam. Beam is joined with the column. Beam is joined with the another members. So according to that, we classify the sections, right? So beam to beam, column to beam. Uh, these slides show some of the connections. So this is column to beam. This one is beam, and this one is column. And the member over here is the angle, right? And this is being joined by with the help of this is bolt. This connection is being joined with the help of bolts, right? You can also see from the left hand side picture. This one is beam. This one is column. Beam and columns are defined according to the function itself, right? When it is a horizontal member primarily or some inclined member, we call it as beam. If it is a vertical member, we call it as compression member. Then we define it as column. But if you see the figure from the top, this is I section, right? If you see the figure from this side of the beam, this again is I section. Both are I sections, but they are called as beam or column as per the function it serves, right? So this is the joint. It shows the perspective view, this figure, right? This is beam to column connection. So this is classification. We are still continuing with this process. A column to beam, then this is beam to beam. This is the beam. It is being run like this, right? And another beam is being joined here, right? So this is being joined over here. So this is the column to beam. It depends on which portion is being joined. So this is the web of the beam is being joined by web of the beam, right? So same is here. So there are different process that we sometimes, uh, now this figure shows that both the beams are at same level. In this figure shows that the level of this beam is here, the level of this beam is different. There's a difference in the level. So that depends on the structural requirement. So basically this is beam to beam connection, right? So these are the prime connections. We'll be coming to detail, but primarily we have just shared that there are different types of connections as far as the function it serves, right? So I'm just repeating it again. Just rubbing it, erasing. So this is beam to column, column to column, column to base. Base is the foundation, pocket beam, gusset plate connection. This is another type of foundation, and splices. Splices is when two members are butting against each other. Then some common member is there. That is what we call as splice. Like one member is overlapping the another, right? This is splice. So primarily these are the connections. So we'll be talking in detail step by step, but this is just the classification. And another classification, these are some of the pictures that already we have discussed. And another classification is method, based upon the method of joining these two or three or maybe more different members, right? So this is depending upon the fasteners. And the common name of all this is the fasteners. Fasteners, Fastenr, right? So according to the method, you might have seen riveted. If you look at your kitchens, right, you have your and the handle of that pan is most of the time it is riveted, right? It is a fixed connection. So hole is made between the two members, and then some rivet, and we'll coming to the detail of what exactly is the rivet. Another one is bolt. Third one is welding. Bolt, all of you have seen that how does a bolt look like. Welding, you have seen it. Pinned connection. Pinned connection, you might not be aware, but you have seen it. If you the look at certain members in machining process, there are certain hole is made, and according to them, there is pin is inserted. If you look at the cycle, pedal of the cycle, pedal of the cycle is joined with the vertical member of that pedal with the help of a pin, and the pin looks like this, right? This is the member to be joined. This is the member to be joined, and this is the pin, right? Pin. And it is hammered from this side, and it goes inside. So this is if you have to remove it, you can remove by hammering on the other side. So this basically is the pin. This is not common, but if we have to make certain temporary connection, so we pin it, right? So pin it, and we join these two. This is one member, this is another member, so we pin it in between. Clear? So we'll not be talking in detail about this pin connection, but we surely shall be talking about. I have highlighted two of the connections, and the last one is the combination. Sometimes we use a rivet, sometimes we use bolted, and sometimes we use the combination of both, depending on the requirement. But as far as the IS 800-2000 requirements are concerned, we shall be talking primarily about bolted and welded connections. Rivet connection, it used to be there in IS 800 1984, but nowadays it has been dispensed away with, and IS 800 2007 does not talk about the rivets, right? So we shall not be talking the design of riveted connection in detail. In this subject, or as per IS 800 2007, there is an elaborate explanation on how to design the members, how to design the connections with the help of bolted and welded process, right? So we shall be talking in detail. There's a separate chapter on design of bolted connections. Once we are done with the connections, basic introduction of the connections, so there is a separate chapter of design of bolted connection, and there is a separate chapter for design of welded connections, right? So IS 800 talks in detail about 800 2007, right? If you talk about the steel connection, if you open the steel IS 800 book, just open it right now. Let me open the book. Some of the students are still joining. I don't know. They had misconnected somewhere or maybe rejoining. So if you look at the content part of IS 800 in the book, there's a separate chapter on design of tension members. We'll be talking about this design of compression members. So this is section 10, right? This is the section I was talking about. Section 10. This is IS 800 booklet. So this section talks about the bolt. This section talks about the welding, right? So this portion is the chapter and the details as far as IS code provisions are concerned, uh, which elaborately explains that what kind of provisions are to be followed as far as design of steel connections with the help of bolts and design connections with the help of welding is concerned. So these two chapters we shall be discussing in detail as per IS 800. So rest of the process, just the basic information we need to have, right? So detailed information we'll have about this design matter. So moving on to the next slide. So when we are talking about the connection, for example, you try to pull a car with the help of another car with very thin rope or maybe some thread, right? You cannot pull a car with the help of another car by joining both of the cars with the help of a very thin rope, right? So if this is the car, there's another car here, and you try to pull it with the help of a thread, which is not of sufficient strength. So if you pull it this car on this side and you pull this car on this side, and this thread will break, right? So that means the connection between this car and this car is not that much strong. This car may be strong, this car may be strong, maybe this member may be strong, this member is also strong, but if you are joining with certain member which is not that strong, then the whole purpose of making that connection is gone. So this is the basic requirement. Then because steel connection, steel structure, we cannot think of without connections. And the connection has to be as strong as the original members. If the connection is weak, members, doesn't matter how strong the member is, then the structure will fail. You got it? If the structure has to be sound enough, then each and every connection has to be sound enough as well, and with equal and matching strength. So this is the basic requirement of a good connection, right? So I'll just read it, the line. It should be rigid enough to avoid fluctuating stresses, which may cause fatigue failure, right? For example, the running fan, right? Ceiling fan. The ceiling fan is attached to the ceiling with the help of a rod, and the fan itself is good, the rod itself is good, the electric supply is good, right? This is ceiling, this is the rod, right? And this is the fan. So if the connection between this rod and the fan is not good enough, then the fan will fall down. So this is what I mean, that it should be rigid enough to avoid fluctuating stresses, which may be induced, which may be are there as per the loading during the functional behavior of that building or structure is concerned. It should be such that it least possible weakening of the parts to be joined. So when this, for example, this just focus on the right hand side of the screen. If this plate is there and there's another plate here, right? So I have to make a hole to join these members, right? This is riveting basically, or the bolt. जब बोल्ट को दो पार्ट्स के बीच में होल करने के बाद डालते हैं तो उसको टाइट करते हैं हम लोग. जब प्लेट में या जिस पार्ट को हमने होल बनाया है, अगर वो होल उस प्लेट को वीक कर देगा, then there is no purpose of having that join. So that means पार्ट जिसको हमने ज्वाइन करना है, जिस भी प्रोसेस से करना है, वो वीक ना हो. For example, welding. So when we join two members with the help of welding, and draw another diagram. So this is one part. This is another part. So we join these two members with the help of welding in between, right? If this welding is too much or too hot or something, it melts the plate, this plate or this plate, then the purpose of having that joint is lost, right? So whenever we join the members with help of any method, it should not distort the strength of the original members, right? And third one is it should be easy to install and easy to inspect and easy to maintain, right? So that is very functional requirement कि जो भी हम join करेंगे. For example, we'll be coming up to the advantages and disadvantages of welding, bolts and riveting in next slide. So these are the general requirement. Easy होना चाहिए, इसकी मेंटेनेंस ठीक होनी चाहिए, इंस्टॉलेशन इजी होना चाहिए. सो इंस्टॉलेशन ऐसे ना हो कि उसको इंस्टॉलेशन में ही बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत या बहुत ज़्यादा लेबर करनी पड़े या बहुत ज़्यादा डिफिकल्टी हो, मेंबर की स्ट्रेंथ वीक ना हो, और जितनी भी स्ट्रेसेस उस मेंबर के ऊपर लोडिंग आ रही है, उस सारी लोडिंग को जॉइंट जो है वो कैरी करने की कैपेसिटी में, राइट? So when we shifting to the design, we shall be talking about कि एक प्लेट है, उसको दूसरी प्लेट के साथ हम जोड़ रहे हैं किसी जॉइंट के साथ, किसी कनेक्शन के साथ. तो प्लेट की अपनी स्ट्रेंथ है, दूसरी प्लेट की अपनी स्ट्रेंथ है, तीसरी स्ट्रेंथ उसमें है जिसकी हेल्प के साथ हम दोनों प्लेट्स को जोड़ रहे हैं, राइट? अब तीनों की अलग अलग स्ट्रेंथ हो सकती है, और तीनों में जो सबसे कम स्ट्रेंथ होगी जॉइंट की स्ट्रेंथ, प्लेट एक जो प्लेट है उसकी अपनी स्ट्रेंथ, दूसरी प्लेट है उसकी स्ट्रेंथ, तीनों में जिसकी स्ट्रेंथ होगी दैट शैल बी दी स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द जॉइंट। क्योंकि अगर उस स्ट्रेंथ को मान के चलेंगे, कम से कम स्ट्रेंथ को मान के चलेंगे, ओनली देन वी शैल बी saying that this joint has the capacity to carry that much of load. ठीक है, जिस lesser of all the jointed members, lesser strength of all the jointed members shall be considered as the design strength of that joint. तो उस हिसाब से अगर जॉइंट की अपनी स्ट्रेंथ बहुत कम होगी, फॉर एग्जांपल एक प्लेट है उसकी स्ट्रेंथ 100 यूनिट्स है, दूसरी प्लेट है उसकी स्ट्रेंथ जो है 120 यूनिट्स है, और हम जॉइंट बना देते हैं, जॉइंट की स्ट्रेंथ जो है 80 यूनिट्स आ रही है, तो इसका मतलब हमें जो उस टोटल जॉइंट जो हम बना रहे हैं उसकी स्ट्रेंथ जो है वो दैट इज 80 यूनिट्स। सो वी कैनॉट से दैट कि प्लेट की स्ट्रेंथ एक की 100 है, दूसरी की 120 है, अगर जॉइंट की अपनी स्ट्रेंथ 80 है तो वही मान लें कि स्ट्रेंथ जो है वो 80 है। So we try to get certain joint which has equivalent strength as far as the original members are concerned. So we try to get a connection which has strength जो 100 के आसपास हम उसको लेके जाए. So that's what is the meaning of good connection, right? So connection shall be such that it shall not catalyze the reduction in the strength of the original parts. Rather, it should add to the strength of the original parts, or at least should maintain the strength of the original parts. So that's the basic requirement of a good connection, right? So we shall we'll move to the next slide. So as I told you that we shall not be talking in detail about the uh, design of riveted connection, but we shall be talking little bit the basic information of the rivets, right? So in case I'm sure, I presume that all of you have seen the rivets somewhere, and if you have not seen it, just go back to your kitchens, and you'll get any pan or pressure cooker, the handle, watch the handle of that cooker or the pan, you'll see that the handle of that pressure cooker is joined with the main body of that cooker uh, with the help of rivets, right? So this is riveted connection. Bolt का तो आपने देखा होगा, but if we talk about the riveted connection, the basic, there are different types of rivets. We are not going into details right now, but primarily is the snap head. This rivet we call it as snap head. You can note it down, snap head, right? This portion is we call it as head, and the long body we call it as shaft. And this is the actual rivets you might have. If you have not seen it, this is the plate ले लेते हैं हम लोग, right? उस प्लेट में हम होल करते हैं, then we insert the rivet inside. इसके अंदर हम रिवेट को डाल देते हैं, and the top head of the rivet is like this, and this the other end is hammered to give the shape like this. This is the original shape, this is the given shape. So this is what we call it as the riveted connection. Abhishek 2265, please mute yourself. Abhishek 2265. Okay, thank you. So we were talking about the basic details of the rivets. This is there are two types of rivets. This is snap-headed rivet. The right-hand side picture shows the actual fixation. If you wish to see it, especially the Himachal students, or if you see the old railway bridges or any old bridge, especially in Himachal, especially Shimla railway line, all the bridges are still made of this connection by the steel rivets, right? But nowadays we do not prefer it because of a number of reasons we shall be discussing in next slide. These are some of the advantages of riveted connections. Ease of riveting process, इसमें कि प्लेट में हम होल करेंगे, रिवर्स को इंसर्ट करेंगे, then we just fix it. Rivet connection is permanent in nature. Once a rivet is fixed, we cannot remove it easily. If you compare it with the nut and bolt, right? अगर दो मेंबर नट बोल्ट के साथ ज्वाइन किए हुए हैं, हमने नट बोल्ट को खोल देना, मेंबर कैन बी disjointed. But in case of rivets, this is permanent. We have to break the rivet if it has to be opened up. Cheaper as compared to other methods, low maintenance cost because once it is fixed, dissimilar metals can be joined. Another advantage of rivets is that if you've seen that uh, the fan is attached with the rod, sealing rod, with the help of bolt, nut and bolt. आपने शायद कुछ केसेस सुने होंगे कि फैन नीचे गिर जाता है क्योंकि उसमें वाइब्रेशन होती है. Fan is vibrating all the time, and sometimes the nut gets loose and it gets disconnected. So this is not the disadvantage with the riveted connection because rivet is permanent. Once it is fixed, it is fixed, cannot be opened up. Rivet connection is possible without electricity in remote area. In case of welding, this is with respect to welding. Because the entire process is mechanical, so this can be done with the help of hammering, chisel, hammer, and some basic instruments. Electricity is not required, right? Whereas in welding, electricity is required. So these are some of the advantages of riveted connection, but there are certain disadvantages of riveted connection. Necessity of preheating. A rivet is basically inserted in by two process. And next slide I'll show you. Rivets are power-driven rivets or hot rivets. Second is hand-driven rivets or cold rivets. When power-driven rivets, the speed is quite, hammering speed is quite like large or high. Then under this category, one is shop rivet. And yesterday I was telling you that is workshop means workshop. Workshop के अंदर power-driven with the help of certain motorized mechanism. This shop rivet. And then second is field rivet. Field के अंदर on the side, at side. Same is the case with cold rivet. Cold rivets are shop-driven rivets and also the field rivets. Shop rivets, field rivets, shop rivets, field rivets. So these are power-driven. This is the hand rivet. So this is total categorization of the rivets. So we are talking about the disadvantages. If it is power-driven, the preheating of the rivets prior to driving is required because ड्राइव करने से पहले उसको थोड़ा सा गर्म करना पड़ता है so that it expands and connects and fill the hole of the member completely. High level of noise because hammering is required. Lots of noise is there. Skilled work is required because if some unskilled person does it, he may break the member. Cost involved is careful inspection and removal of poorly installed rivets. And this is also like it requires certain kind of skills. So this is also one of the disadvantages because we have to inspect each and every process very carefully, and labor cost is high because hammering process is required, so labor is very high. So these are some of the disadvantages, and also when we do the hammering process, additional stresses are induced in the member. अब रिवेट को तो हम हैमर कर ही रहे हैं, साथ साथ में जो प्लेट को या मेंबर को हम जोड़ रहे हैं उसमें भी थोड़ा बहुत हैमरिंग इफेक्ट चला जाता है. दैट मेंबर आल्सो गेट्स सम काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रेस इंड्यूस आउट ऑफ दैट प्रोसेस ऑफ हैमरिंग करने से उसमें थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेस इंड्यूस हो जाता है विच माइट नॉट बी वेरी लाइक useful. So these are some of the disadvantages of riveted connections. This slide already have explained to you that the categorization of rivets and commonly used rivet head. So this is snap head. Already told you. If this is D, mic of some sort is Kundan 1251. Kundan. Yes, thank you. So coming back to the commonly used, this is snap head rivet. This is the snap head is 1.60. The height and thickness of the top head is 0.70, and this is flat head. This goes 2D. Just keep it in mind. We will not be requiring these values in any of the numericals. Just if somebody asks you to classify the rivets and different snap head and flat head, then you have to remember this, right? This is as simple as that. Assumptions in designing of connections with the help of rivets, but we are not doing it, so you can skip this slide. You do not have to read it, but just for the sake of knowledge, the friction between the plates is neglected, uh, but there is no strength transfer as far as there is no strength transfer between the rivets as far as friction is concerned, right? This is assumed, but practically it is there. Shear stress is uniform. Shear stress is, for example, this is the member, this is one plate, this is another member. So we have joined with the help of rivets. Let me show you this. Yeah, this one. For example, this is the rivets. So when we pull this apart from both the sides, the rivets may break from this part, right? This is what we call it as shear, right? So this is the assumption that the shear stress distribution is uniform across the cross section of the rivet. The distribution of direct stress on the portion of the plates between the rivet hole is uniform. That means the stress over here and the stress over here is uniform. The portion which is inside the plate, I mark it with different color. This portion and this portion, which is inside the plate. The shear or the direct stress in this portion is uniform. Rivets in groups subjected to direct load share the load equally. जितनी भी rivets उसमें लगेंगी, for example, this member is joined. एक rivet यहाँ पे है, एक rivet यहाँ पे, एक rivet यहाँ पे, एक rivet यहाँ पे. So all the rivets they share the stress equally, right? The bending stress in rivet is neglected. That rivet does not fail due to bending. Either it is subjected to shear or it is subjected to direct load. And the basic nomenclature about the direct load, shear load, bending load, I think you already have covered it, so I'm not going into the details of those basic process. Rivets fill completely the hole. This is the plate, this is the hole. तो मान के चलते हैं कि इसके अंदर जो रिवेट है वो उसने कोई भी गैप जो है वो नहीं छोड़ा है, right? There's no gap in between. This is the rivet. Bearing stress distribution is uniform and contact area is D into E. D is the diameter of this is D. And this is the thickness of the plate, right? This D and this D is the area that is coming into contact with the against the loading, direct load. So these are some of the assumptions as far as rivet design is concerned. So little bit about the bolts. So we are closing. Tomorrow we shall be discussing about the bolts. We are closing today's lecture here. Bolts, bolted connections, we shall discuss tomorrow. Advantages over the riveted connections, disadvantages over the riveted connections, and different types of bolt that we get in the market. And there is a special category of bolt, high strength bolt. So we shall discuss this as well. and then the
अभी
joint.
चुपते रहते हो इतनी गर्मी में मेरे से उम्मीद हुई ना कि मैं तो नहीं पहनूंगी अभी गाड़ी
Then the joints. Who is this? 2257. 992257. Who is this? You can speak. 1810992257.
लगी है लोगों को सोहेल
Who is he?
तुम्हें मिल गया सारे तुम पहुंच गए गुम्मा
Who is this? So I request all of you to please mute yourself. Anyhow, so today we have discussed about the connections. What kind of connections are there? कॉलम का कॉलम के साथ, बीम का बीम के साथ, बीम का कॉलम के साथ, कॉलम का बेस के साथ. There is a special connection, we call it as gusset plate connections, gusset base connections. Splicing is there. So we shall be discussing all these connections in detail in coming chapters. But second category was according to the method of connection. That was bolted and welded. We shall be focusing on this. Little bit information about the riveted connections. We have discussed what kind of rivets is there. Rivets are there. उनकी nomenclature क्या है, advantages क्या है, disadvantages क्या है. So we have discussed it today. So tomorrow we shall continue with the same topic, but with bolts, right? So this shall be your lecture number 8. So we'll discuss on July 15. So this is all from my side as far as today's lecture or the session was concerned. So anything that you wish to ask, you can ask it right now. You can type it in the chat box. It's open to all of you. You can type it in chat box. So I have unmuted. You can type and
इलेक्ट्रिशियन बोला था उसने इलेक्ट्रिशियन नहीं उसने नीचे भेजा है देखो इसको राइट देखा नहीं आ रहा उसका सामान देखो आ रहा है डिवाइसेस है ये इलेक्ट्रिशियन है डी से है वो देख ध्यान से
आपकी तरफ से कोई क्वेश्चन हो बेटा, you can ask.
नहीं सर
क्वेश्चन ना होने के दो ही मतलब होते हैं, like either you are not getting it or you are getting in totality. या तो आपको बिल्कुल समझ नहीं आ रहा है या आपको सब कुछ समझ आ रहा है, बट दोनों केसेस में कुछ ना कुछ तो होना चाहिए.
सर ये बेसिक जैसे हमने अभी डिप्लोमा में थोड़ा रिवाइज हो गया.
कौन बोल रहे हैं, नाम बताएं.
ऋत्विका फ्रॉम पंजाब कैंपस.
ओके, ऋत्विका बोले.
ये सर डिप्लोमा में भी पढ़ा था ना, ये तो रिवाइज हो गया एक बार.
हाँ,
तो
हाँ. एक बार आपका और रिवाइज होगा, क्योंकि जब हम स्वयं पे शुरू करेंगे इस कोर्स को, ये आपका उसमें भी कवर होगा. ठीक है. जो डिप्लोमा के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, दे आर लिटिल इन काइंड ऑफ अ बेटर पोजीशन टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. आपने कनेक्शंस भी पढ़े होंगे, बट विल ट्राई टू रिकवर इट इन लिटिल बिट. But diploma में I don't know you have done it with IS 800 2007 or not. Okay, Rahul Thakur is asking what is in Simran is asking what is in section 9 of 800, right? So इसमें बेटा section there are section 1 to section 16, so we shall be covering it up one by one as and when we come across. So my request to you, please focus only on the portion. Do not read it in one flow. Do not read it in like a novel. It's not a story. Once we are going to start the design, so we shall be referring some part in the beginning of the pages, some part in the middle of the pages, and some part maybe at the end of the booklet. And some of the time we shall be referring some another code as well. So this is my request to Simran. So do not be bothered about it. बोले।
उसमें सेक्शन 9 में काफी पार्ट्स थे, बट जो आपने पीडीएफ सेंड करा है उसमें सिर्फ सेक्शन 9 में 3 ही पार्ट है, तो
हाँ,
मैंने तो वही प्रिंट करा है।
That's what I'm saying, that just focus on the portion that we are doing it right now. Clear? Because we
Yes,
are
sir.
not reading it as a kind of novel. We are not reading, the code is not like a novel actually. There may be one part, for example, table number 1. So table number 1, we shall be referring to maybe design coming in the last chapter. Or we talk about table number 20, we shall be referring it to maybe in the beginning of the chapter. So this is what the relevance, right? So this is my suggestion to you. So the second question, Rahul Thakur is asking, why do we provide clearance in steel connection? Clearance in steel section, this is a general question actually, because steel, already we have discussed, it is prone to expansion and contraction based upon, depending on the temperature conditions, right? So if we do not allow for that expansion or contraction, it will induce temperature stress due to change in temperature. You might have studied in some strength of material in previous semesters. For example, railway line, right? Railway line, even in building, each and every material has a coefficient of thermal expansion. If it's very long member, for example, you have seen the boundary wall, right? The boundary wall or the long slabs, even in a like long corridor, you have seen that one slab is broken, stops somewhere and another starts independent. So that is, we call it as expansion joints. So this is why we provide the gaps. We call it as expansion joints. So any question from anybody else? Can I talk to Jethalal? Jethalal.
Sir, myself Palak Thakur, due to network issue.
जोर से बोले।
मेरे को जो होमवर्क है वो पता नहीं लगता।
थोड़ा आवाज ऊंची करके बोले। हेलो, आपका नाम जेठालाल है और you have logged in with the Jethalal ID. Okay, who is Goli? Who is Goli?
बार बार क्यों पढ़ रही है? भेज देंगे सर तो कर लियो, चुपचाप बैठ जा इधर।
Okay, we are
कोई बच्चा ही भेज देगा पीडीएफ अपनी।
We are not getting any response from your side, so I'm closing this session. If somebody has some questions, they can always type in, and I would answer that. So that's all from my side. We will be joining tomorrow.
चुप एक मिनट।
It's okay. Anurag 3009.
Sir.
हाँ.
Anurag sir present sir.
Okay, good. Ashish.
Yes, sir.
Dipanshu. Jatin Daya. I'll be uploading one assignment.
Present, sir.
I'll be uploading one assignment by tomorrow. So this is just the zero assignment, you can say it, just the basic reference that we have covered. Basic reference to the topics that we have covered today. With this, I'm closing the session. Have a good day and keep studying, right? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir,